In art, are simple shapes actually holding you back or are they actually helping? There's two ways of thinking to me. First of all, you can have simple shapes like a circle or a square, right? And then you can have other types of simple shapes like a sphere or a cube, both considered simple shapes. A circle doesn't make sense for me to be able to learn how to draw things like a nose. I've seen so many artists where they're breaking down a nose into three circles, right? And that my brain could not actually translate that. And there's the other hand where like drawing a sphere makes a ton of sense to me. You're learning how light and shadow work, how reflected light works to bounce off the table back into a sphere or whatever it might be. And things like that made a ton of sense to me. So it clicked. But trying to fit things like a head into an oval or an eye into a football shape, it doesn't make sense. And so when I'm talking about simple shapes don't work for most people, that's the kind of simple shapes that I'm saying. I don't think that your two-dimensional shapes work for a lot of people. I think it's an easy way to start kind of training your brain a little bit, but you're not actually learning to see what's really there and what's in front of you. But things like the sphere and the cube, well, those learning light and shadow will translate into absolutely everything. Everything you do is going to have some sort of light and shadow to it, especially if you're drawing realism. So I want to know, do you draw with simple shapes? And there's no wrong answer. And just because things don't work for me doesn't mean it can't work perfectly well for you. And don't let me or anybody else tell you how you should make your art. But let me know, how do you use simple shapes?